welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a price prediction for ICP. You guys can tell currently there is a price prediction right here as I zoom in on the price chart of where we was looking for this cryptocurrency to go down, and maybe 2 days into the price prediction you guys can see what actually happened that has allowed the price to exceed and go a lot higher to where it traded at the high of $6.13 on May the 12th. All right, so we're going to break this down and actually try to see, does this cryptocurrency have more legs to continue to stair step its way to higher prices? So welcome everyone. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe for more of my videos and content as we endeavor trying to figure out where these prices are going to go in the cryptocurrency space so that we can become more profitable. So now the reason why, the market in ICP exploded the way that it did is because buyers came into the market right here on these 2 days. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me get rid of that real quick. So right here, on May the 6th, and then let's talk about May the 7th. Can you see where the market stopped going down on both those days? It happened at a location that buyers were there. We already identify that this area here between $4.47 all the way down to $4.40 was a point where buyers were there. They were there trying to keep the price from going any lower. They did it even here. That's why we identified this price point as an area of buying, because back here in April 8th and April the 9th, the market really bought, especially on this day where all this high volume came in space on April the 7th. That was a clue for us. And it was so much of a clue that we was able to create this buy pocket. And that is where the market exactly bounced. And then the market ran up. It's just that easy, just that simple. All right, so maybe 2 days, because I'm quite sure we had that as a target in the market for ICP. And it wasn't going to be a lot, maybe like 2.65%. But we knew what we were up against. We knew the risk. We knew that there was a chance, a possibility that ICP could bounce from there, and it's pretty much what it did. So let's go ahead and get rid of this prediction, and we are also going to get rid of these sell pockets, because this is how powerful the mentality was of the buyers on May the 8th, that it completely exploded through these sell pockets. That's how strong the market is in ICP right now. Now we are encroaching upon this price level, $6.10, as the area that the buyers ran out of gas. So let's go ahead and identify that area, because back here, March 27th, 28th, this is where the selling began. It really began on March 27th into the 28th, because the market fell 8.25%. So now the market buyers were able to bring the price back to that sell pocket, and you can see that those sellers are still there. Right there, because the market touched this sell pocket, but it closed down there at the bottom. So that tells that there's a lot of selling hitting the market in ICP on May the 12th. Look at all that volume down there. So yeah, there were some people trying to sell their ICP in the market right there around $6.10 to $6.20. They're there. Now, what do you think? Did they do a fantastic job of keeping the buyers at bay? I wouldn't say they did. Because on the next day, May the 13th, the market in ICP closed back up here towards the high of the bar and even closer to this sell pocket. So it's kind of like the market participants are vying for control of this price right now. We got the sellers trying to push price down. We got the buyers trying to push price back up. And that is where we're going to get this war between the buyers and the sellers. They're going to try to fight to control price right now. That's what we're getting. So let's look at the market in ICP on the 2. So here's ICP on the 2. We're trying to figure out, is this market still bullish? And currently, my answer is yes. In the short term, it's yes. We have 13 hours and 31 minutes on the current 2-day, and the market is still able to close off of the lows. Here it is on the 3. Take a look at ICP on the 4. ICP on the 5. This last printed 5-day bar is extremely bullish. Right there. That is very, very bullish. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to see price run back all the way up to $8, but it's a pretty good evidence that this market is very bullish and that it may potentially break these two shallow sell pockets right there. Here's ICP on the weekly. Here it is on the 2 weeks. I like the 2 weeks too. Look at how many 2 weekly price bars. This is a total of 6 weeks. The market in ICP has maintained this buy pocket right here. 6 long weeks. This market has held $3.70 to $4. So that's a massive buy pocket right there on the long-term charts. Here it is on the 3 weeks. Take a look, it's on the 5, and so far for the month of May. So let's look at this on the 5-hour chart. I'm trying to break this down to see if this market is still bullish. And the short answer, like I told you earlier, is yes. That's a buy pocket right there on the 5-hour chart. We're going to identify areas that we don't want to see ICP fall below before we can say, yeah, this market is no longer bullish. The buyers ran away and that the market is definitely gaining weakness or selling. Okay, so I would think these two buy pockets are going to be very important for us to see the market in ICP continue to go higher. Here it is on the 30-minute chart. The price action right here on this 30-minute bar. You guys can see it was a sell, right? The next 30 minutes, price did go down, but it didn't go far enough. This gives us confirmation that these buyers still want control of price. Okay, so right now, what we're going to do is we're going to anticipate ICP trying to go higher. Now, we know that's where we're looking for direction to move is higher, but we also know that we're at a sell pocket. Okay, so just be aware that there's still a chance that price in ICP could go down. We know, I just told you that the market is vying for control. We got these people trying to control the price right now in ICP. And currently with this massive move that occurred on May the 7th to today, we have to say that the buyers want a little bit more right now. So let's just see if these sellers want control. And that will give us a bigger answer over the next day or two as to whether or not these sellers are being relentless and they are not letting control of the market go at those pockets. Okay, so we're going to add these two pockets there. Our first target is going to be all the way up here at this high in this sell pocket, which is around $6.21, 6.5% there. Then our next target is going to be at the low of this next sell pocket at 6.37. And then our third is going to be at the high of the sell pocket at 6.50, 11.25%. So we'll keep that here for the moment. And I wouldn't be surprised from out the gate we don't see the market in ICP breakout. If we see problems and issues, the market's trying to go higher, but it continues to get rejected at that sell pocket, I wouldn't be surprised to see that type of price action. All right, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.